So he really didn't have bail money to begin with because he was going to use his home in Florida as collateral. That 50 million, which was like 48 million, and he was using 2 million from his mom's home. He doesn't have it. And Diddy thought he was slick by transferring everything into the children's name, transferring it down. Well, baby, the court documents came out yesterday. Sure did. Court documents came out. I'm not going to run through the whole court documents, but we will look at some of them. There's no way in the world I can run through all. It's 14 pages of the court documents. If you follow Girl, Is That Legal? She broke it down. Go to her channel. She broke it down. She has the court documents. I'm going to show the court documents on here. But I am not an attorney, so I do not know all the law jingo. I don't know that. Dadgummit. Where is it, y'all? Anyway, while I'm trying to figure out where I put the daggone thing. Here's how much time Diddy is facing for each charge in the indictment. So he was only charged, we talked about that yesterday. He was only charged with 3 charges, right? 3 counts, 3 charges. These are some heavy charges. It's not like when R. Kelly went down, he had over 20-some charges. But these right here, trust and believe, they're going to stick. 1 was racketeering. That's life in prison. Racketeering. 2, sex trafficking. Maximum life in prison, minimum 15 years. 3, transportation for prostitution. Maximum 10 years in prison. So it appears that Diddy is facing a life sentence. Now, Diddy, we talked about this. Diddy was indicted on sex trafficking, racketeering, prostitution, blase, blase, and accused of using his businesses to engage in kidnapping, arson, bribery, and more. Which means because in the court document, it states that they are still investigating, because I thought that there were going to be more charges on yesterday, but trust me, there are more charges to come, and it may possibly not be him. It's going to be other people, co-conspirators, like i.e. Young Miami, who says she had nothing to do with it. Diddy didn't do that. But if you heard yesterday, Diddy was engaging in this sort of activity up until last year. Y'all know Young Miami was all up and through and with Diddy during this time. So one thing that they found was 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Now, I said years ago, months, may have even been last year, probably no, this year when this stuff first popped off, that I knew somebody from New York way back in the day who was in the gay community, who lived in New York, that said Diddy was bisexual. Now, listen, it's not illegal to be bisexual. You want to be, that's your own personal preference. But he was getting young boys way back then, way back in the 90s. Diddy was getting young boys, having sexual relations with them. For him to have a whole bunch of lube and oil, from what was stated in the court documents, it would be days on end that they will have these sexcapades. Yeah. They would either rent out hotels, and they will have the hotels equipped with drugs. They will have it equipped with lube, whatever they needed, even sheets or whatever, secure, whatever they needed. And they would fly in these prostitutes. They had everything. Now, y'all know that his drug mule got arrested a few months back, but the drug mule would supply the drugs for Diddy's sexcapades. Now, after the sexcapades, they will have a cleaning crew come in to clean, and the court documents stated all this. They will have a cleaning crew come in, clean up all the hotel. They have transportation to take these prostitutes back to wherever they live. And then Diddy would have IVs or some sort of IVs to get his body back back the way it needed to be. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I never done this before. Having sexual intercourse days on end, being high, drunk, out of your mind. I'm pretty sure your body loses a lot of fluid, electrolytes, and just drugs in your system, period, is terrible. Now, they also stated that when they arrested Diddy on, what is today, Wednesday, which would have been Monday night, when they arrested him on Monday night, he had a pink powder substance found in the hotel room. That was allegedly ecstasy. Now, y'all know that they found that same substance when they raided his home in March. Yeah, they did. So I was on DJ Academic's YouTube channel on yesterday. He had so many 23,000 people in the chat. Whack 100 was on there as well. And Whack 100 was talking about when because Diddy is famous for his parties. Absolutely famous. He spoke about when they would have parties, they would have the party in the backyard. But if you knew that you were not going to participate in that sescapade that they had, you wouldn't go in the house because that was a whole different ball game. So after a certain time, everybody in the backyard, if you're not going in the house, they would go home. So celebrities knew there was what's going on. Now, y'all remember back in the 90s, it was Jay-Z used to hang with Diddy, Dame Dash. Shoot. I can't even think of everybody, but I do know Jay-Z and I do know Dame Dash and Diddy and a slew of other people used to hang with Diddy. So will there be more charges? Now, Whack 100 talked about, obviously Jay-Z name probably wouldn't come up because during this time, Jay-Z had got married. He's been married to Beyonce. And he's possibly not in these sexcapades with Diddy, but who knows? I have no idea. What else I found out is Diddy owns a portion. He owns stock in Twitter. Sure do. Let me see if I have anything else. So Whack was also talking about DJ Academics asked him, he said, well, do you think he's going to make it in jail? Whack said, if he can make it through the first 100 days, he'll be fine. But you got to understand, Diddy is used to a luxury lifestyle. They deny his bail. Now, his lawyers are going to appeal, but they are not going to let him out. He is going to stay in jail. And the court hearing may not be for 2 years. So let's talk about what Diddy going to be eating in jail. So I don't know if you can see this. You can screenshot it, look for yourself. I'm going to make it bigger. So today is Wednesday. Diddy got him some fruit this morning, got some cereal, breakfast cake, sugar substitute, and skim milk. Baby, Diddy about to lose weight. You hear me? For lunch, he having him a hamburger. Now, y'all can look. This stuff does not look appealing at all to a multi-millionaire. Not at all. I really wanted to pull up the court documents. Hold on. Good morning.